What happens if you mix Zootropolis with Sin City? Hey everybody and welcome to today's video. I am Dan, your friendly indie game Viking, and in today's video we take a look at Chicken Police painted red from the Wild Gentleman on the PC. So if you just click on this video in search of more information about this story-rich noir point-and-click tale of love, death, chickens and redemption, I got you covered. Sounds like fun? Then you know what to do. Grab a cup with your favorite drink and let's watch some gameplay. Alright, welcome to Chicken Police Painted Red. I thought we could try something different this time, so if this video, if 10 people comment that they want to see the full game, I will sure bring you all the episodes in this game, but for now, let's continue with the gameplay. Dead men are heavier than broken heart. And look at this one.
I ran out to get a pack of cigarettes, but I left my wallet at home. Yeah, that's me. I'm getting old. My name is Sonny. Sonny Featherland. An investigator for 20 years. And once the star of the predatory division of the Clawville Police Department. One half of the legendary Chicken Police. But buying a pack of smokes is more than I can handle right now. Maybe I should just lay low. Yeah, I'll do that. The most colorful place in the wilderness. For all the gods, what bullshit. The last clucking color left this city years ago. And slowly I'll turn gray too.
That is a cool intro for sure. It's inspired by noir films of the 40s, like The Big Sleep.
We're living in a vast experiment, and don't even notice that everything got clucked up a long time ago. We believe in this wonderland of peaceful coexistence. Wolves and sheep, chickens and hounds. Yeah, sure, why not? It's just ridiculous. The dog eats the chicken. It's in our nature. I'm not propping up the illusion anymore. 121 days, and it's over. Retirement.
Yeah. That is a good thing.
What could possibly go wrong?
Everything. Clawville City Aurora District from Atlas Hotel. Yeah, as I was saying, the game is also inspired by games like Grim Fandango and Snatcher. It's a 2D... Hello? Why is the fawn in our office, by the way? But it's a blend of 2D and 3D design and contemporary.
My office lock is a piece of shit if a dame can pick it. She stood in the darkness. The light painted stripes on her body. It whispered secret little things that were never there in the first place. But she was no zebra. Reality was just a light switch away. Elizabeth or Charlotte? I was sure she'd have a sophisticated-sounding name. She had a bygone look in her eyes, older than this ancient building, and perhaps the whole city itself. Or maybe I'm just drunk. But she was the first womanly thing in my place for a long time, so I had to give her a chance.
How about that? As you can see, as you can hear, there's a lot of voice acting in this game.
I don't even know what these papers are.
I think it's 8 hours of spoken dialogue.
It doesn't seem so dangerous that I need to grab my gun, but you never know.
Well, pick up your gun. It's always a good thing to use.
My last cigarette. You're lucky I don't have a light, pal. My wallet and my badge. The wallet is real. The badge ain't. Chief Bloodboil took mine, so I got this one out of a pack of cornflakes, just in case.
Yeah, so 30 fully voiced characters. We're gonna meet up in this amazing Dick Tracy inspired game, as you can see. Let's look at the pictures.
We used to be star cops a few years ago. Tabloid press, radio interviews, and even a book series. I don't miss those days. Of course, Marty, my old partner, would disagree. He just loved the spotlight. M.B. Davis, the eternal king of jazz. The photo is from the days of jazz prohibition. I only heard the old man live one time, but I'll never forget that night. And not only because I woke up at the harbor without my gun, my badge, and my pants.
that is a good party, I must say.
The Wild Gentlemen. Those guys rebuilt the city after the Great Fire of 867. My heroes when I was a little chick. I'm starting to think they should have left Clawville as it was, burned to the ground.
Yep.
This is one of the most beautiful memories from my old life, before Molly left me and took our daughter.
So all the story pieces are there for an old...
The good things in life don't last long. The best ones always leave first. I saw that in the window of a shoe store. I never understood it, or what it had to do with shoes.
But it sets the whole backstory, actually. And there we found the light switch. It was way different if we would have touched that one first, but hey, here we are, looking into our brand new office.
I wanted to travel the world when I was a kid, but I think I'm gonna end up dead in here, whether I like it or not.
It's over 20 cutscenes, by the way, in this game. We have a lot to look forward to. We can ask, speak.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Deborah, Miss Deborah Ibanez.
Oh, hello. So what do we do with the dialogue? We can autoplay it. We can skip it. But that wouldn't be fun with all this voice acting, right? And replay it.
You're mistaken, ma'am.
Oh, really?
You see his pointing hand, by the way? He's very
Mr. Featherland.
pointy.
I'm not a private eye. I'd recommend Mr. Filmar Lowe instead of me. He's a nice guy.
Believe me, Mr. Featherland, it's not an accident I came to you.
Really?
Miss, I work for the police and I'm currently on leave. I couldn't accept private commissions even if I wanted to. Not even from a classy dame like you.
Am I that easy to read?
That's my job. But tell me, since you've invited yourself in, would you like a drink?
I don't usually drink.
Well, I've got to have one. And it'd be rude of me to drink alone. So, maybe some sherry?
If you insist. But bourbon, please.
Thank the wild ones. That's all I have.
What a coincidence.
So come on, spill it from the beginning.
Okay. So here we are sharing a drink, and so far it looks really interesting. There's a lot of voice acting, so I haven't had a lot of chance to talk about the game, but we have our little book here to read more about the people we meet. She runs errands for her employer, a sophisticated lady, but I don't think she's from a particularly wealthy or influential family. And here's the different places. This is actually where we live, I think, Hotel Atlas. So that is a good looking rundown place. And here's more of the stories that we got to know so far. That's a really cool thing. And here's how we are as a detective. We are set as a greenhorn. So that ties into the interrogation techniques and how we are at interrogating suspects. Of course it's gonna write a novel. What else?
Every whiskey has the same color nowadays.
Everything is black and white, by the way.
I don't even know where the key is.
Or gray is sepia color.
Is gonna stay there forever.
So I wonder what happened with all the colors though. But it's like the dark grown-up version of Zootropolis so far. But we are in the city of Clawville, where predator and prey have been living alongside each other. Hey, I had the phone like this when I was growing up, by the way. Does it mean I'm old? And you can actually dial. So it's fun to see where we can use this one, but as I try this one. This is a story about two rooster detectives who venture into the darkest depth of the city in pursuit of sinister case. So yeah. No answer on 444777. Sadly, I don't remember all these 555
That's better.
movie numbers.
Now, if I understand correctly, your mistress is receiving threats. What kind of threats exactly?
It's a very strange matter. First, there were letters. Then it came printed on a wine bottle's label, sent as a gift. Then carved into a brick, thrown through the window. And finally, they painted it on the wall of the house in giant red letters.
I think it's time to dig a little deeper. If you don't mind, I'd like to
He's
ask you
pointing a
some
lot when he's talking to her.
questions.
Please, that's why I'm here.
Alright, time to see how good we are as a detective. But we are, if I had to interrupt him a little bit, we are Sonny. So we are a burnout alcoholic ex-cop who spent his days in an abandoned hotel. While our partner that we will meet up with or form a party hide behind the facade of a star detective. So I'm guessing we will team up. Focus on what you know about the suspect. Is he or she suspicious? Concentrate on that. John Doe? The Doe. This fella rather suspicious. I need to concentrate on that. He is suspicious. I am suspicious. Why are you suspicious? I can't. This is fun, by the way. Gather impressions from the suspect. Every impression adds a new question line. So I guess when we ask the questions, this meter also will affect which one we pick. Keep it on the positive side, okay? Well, I should be able to do that, maybe. Blah, 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 blah. I like that. Plus 100. That's how you interrogate people.
You must be cautious and smart. This dame seems
He looks hilarious from the front, by the way. That's why you never see a bald eagle from the front either, by the way.
Let's start gently, and when the time comes, we can go in hard.
Who exactly are you, ma'am? That is an easy one.
Who are you, ma'am?
I'm not somebody important, Mr. Featherland.
You're important enough to deal with such a delicate matter, right?
I carry out the wishes of my employer, nothing more. This means simple paperwork, most of the time.
You've been thrown into deep water, sweetheart. Tell me, can you even swim?
Believe me, this is just as unpleasant for me as it is for you, if not even more.
You're not very confident. Are you sure you're alright? Or tell me which part of the city do you live in? Clawville Hills, Flowerville, maybe? She is shy and doubtful. Okay, and we are on the minus. Should we ask her if she is alright?
You're not very confident. Are you sure you're alright?
Yes, excuse me. I'm just a bit nervous. I've never done anything like this before.
Breaking into the apartments of strangers isn't that big a deal. Some people do it as a hobby.
Please don't make fun of me, Mr. Featherland. This is hard for me as it is.
You're right. Sorry.
That was not good, right? I guess it's not. But we're gonna be able to visit 25 different places in this game. And we can return to them to find new things. Did you come out all alone? All by yourself?
What's your star sign, sweetheart?
Oh, that was the wrong one.
What?
That
My
is
star
bound to
sign?
give me
I
minus
don't
points.
see how that's relevant.
I like to be unpredictable sometimes. It's an old
Unpredictable.
detective thing. Just answer the question, please. You'll understand everything in time.
All right. The dancer. The answer is the dancer.
Don't know what the dancer is.
I see.
Me, I'm more of a Capricorn type.
Useful later on.
If you say so.
Yep, minus 10 for that one. We played that bad. Why did you have to visit me on this particular evening?
Why did you have to visit me this particular evening?
I have my reasons. I may look like a silly little fawn, and maybe I am, but I still have common sense.
I don't doubt that for a second, Miss Ibanez.
This day is essential to my mistress, and she thought it's also important to you.
A message in itself, for sure. But to be honest, even you are.
You know what? I'll just take that as a compliment, even if it wasn't meant as such.
I'm a smooth talker. Do you even know what you want? Were you born and raised in Clawville? Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer herself?
Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer herself?
My employer is Miss Natasha Katsenko.
She must be a cat.
She hasn't been leaving her home lately, only if she really has to.
How so?
Miss Natasha is
I was
afraid.
right.
She's scared because of those unwanted messages, and everyone knows who she is.
So she's that kind of woman.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you do, Deborah. Thank you, by the way. We're finally getting somewhere. We avoided the point long enough. Deborah's hiding something.
Still his face.
Let's focus on that.
What do you want from me? How did you get this address? What exactly did you expect by coming here to meet me? I'm sure it's not intentional, but you're toying with me. We are on the minus, so we need to figure this one out. Maybe you can help me? Which one fits in this all strange questions? But it's gonna have dark humor, gritty themes, and dangerous animals. So I'm really looking forward to that part. But
what do you want from me?
Me?
Oh, don't be silly, Deborah. I mean your employer. I was just talking to myself out loud.
Well, Miss Katsenko thinks you're a great detective, and you're also reliable. That's why I came.
Did she also give you the lockpick?
Please, could you let this go? I'm really embarrassed.
Sorry, sweetheart. I'm just teasing you. As soon as I saw you, you were forgiven.
That's very nice.
what a sweet talker.
It has nothing to do with being nice, Deborah, but you're welcome.
Alright. Do you think this whole thing is a little suspicious? Have you ever felt truly vulnerable? Hard to pick here though, but I think that one is the best one for her, this story.
Look, Santino, I'll explain everything.
There we go.
No doubt about that. You look just the type, sweetheart. No offense.
I'll take that as a compliment. Or maybe I'll act like I haven't heard it.
You see, we're starting to understand each other.
Okay. So plus 15 there. We're pretty good. If you won't come clean, what's the point of all this?
If you won't come clean, what's the point of all this?
But, Mr. Featherland...
I'm sorry, sweetheart, but I'm way too old for this game.
This feels like the wrong choice though.
Just think again. For me and my mistress's sake.
Minus 40?
Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all?
Because my mistress trusts you.
Should that be enough?
If you really like what she thinks you are, then yes.
Damn, what can I say to that?
Look, I didn't mean to back you up against the wall.
You have a way with words, sweetheart. Did you ever want to be a cop?
No, not for the world.
Smart answer.
Be honest and tell me what you are so afraid of.
Be honest and tell me what you're so afraid of.
You know, Mr. Featherland, my mistress's partner is Hobart Wessler. Or as most people know him.
Weasel?
Ibn Wessler, the Kingpin.
Exactly.
Feathery gods, help me.
So you get it now. The secrecy.
To put it mildly, I think I understand it all. Wessler. This little piece of the puzzle changes everything.
Okay, let's see how we did. 4. We're a decent cop. That's how you do it, partner. Not quite like old times, but you're still got it. The old rooster still remains, remembers on tricks, eh? The employee in Natasha's current significant other is the infamous gangster Ibn Wessler. I really enjoy this part, and it's a lot of voice acting, so don't think I'm just quiet while I play it. I think you need to enjoy all the voice acting, because I spent so many hours on it.
Colors anymore. Only emptiness. Everything faded. I need another drink.
So can we get him another drink, by the way?
Murky brown swill. I should improve my standards.
But he wouldn't be him and matching story like if he would.
Why don't you take it to the police? Just go there and file a report. Photos, flashing lights, fingerprints. You know the drill. The evidence is very clear. Even a moderately talented detective could easily wrap this case up. Or just try the phone. 555 111.
Please.
Hey, we have a phone number we can call. That is
Well,
perfect.
okay. Let's see.
So what do we need to do? We can check in our bag. Ah, this one we got now.
I know Molly very well. Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept my assignment. Miss Ibanez is a trusted friend. Treat her as gentleman. N.
SAR Club. Okay. So what do we know about all this now? The mysterious messenger, Miss Deborah Ibanez's employer is takes the cat, and that is the gangster Ibn Wessler. So we got some more in our book here, and personal info about them also. I like this style to present like an old detective. And here we will probably see all the people we interrogate.
I felt like I'd been hit on the back of my head with a blackjack. Reality tilted. Molly. Good gods. What was her name doing there? I glanced at the opposite wall with the well-worn picture frames. Like an eternally dark hole in the wall. A missing piece. She was wearing a light silk dress and singing a lullaby. The waves caressing her beautiful long legs. Why Molly? Why now?
Good question.
Mr. Featherland?
He's silent.
Santino, are you all right?
What the hell is this supposed to mean?
I don't know anything, Mr. Santino. My mistress told me to give this to you. She said you'd understand. Don't you?
Look at his head though. I'm wondering when they recorded this one, and I apologize that I talk over them now, but I wonder if they just used a green screen, like a thing over their head on the people. It's easier to add the rooster and the fawn
Me?
and what other animals we will see.
Miss Katsenko.
Oh, yes. You can find her at the Tsar Club.
Didn't you tell me she's not the social kind? That she's especially unsociable? Or does she only like loud and crowded clubs?
No, she's really not like that. But she owns the place.
Judging by the flyer, it must be a very busy club, especially on New Year's Eve, right?
I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding Miss Katsenko. But there's one small problem, Mr. Featherland.
Let me guess. Mr. Wessler better not know about my visit.
Exactly. How did you know?
20 years experience, ma'am. Oh, and please, call me Sonny.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Sonny.
I'll talk about the rest with Ms. Katsenko in person. A good friend of mine would be happy to take you home if you'd like.
I'd appreciate that, Sonny.
Alright, so who is this new friend? Let's look in our trusted journal. Who is it we're gonna talk to? It's a good question. But so far I really enjoy playing this game. It's a fresh take with the animals instead of regular people or whatever we will place in this world. Let's see about Lewis. Is the owner of the ones. He owns the hotel and a good friend. He's also the landlord, and he loves detective stories. So when we ask for help, he will probably help. That's cool. So how do we get in touch with him though? Let's see here. Lewis number is 555932. Should be able to remember that one. Wonder if younger people who play this game is gonna have fun with this. Lucky you don't have to drag them. So in some games you have to drag the dial disc. Here you just press them. But yes, let's see if he picks up our trusty friend.
Hey, Lewis. Am I bothering you?
No. Of course not, Sonny. Old friend, what's up?
Could you come over? I've got a favor to ask if you're not busy.
For you, anything. Just a minute.
There we go. We fixed that pretty fast, don't you think?
Lewis arrived a few minutes later. He lived in the rooms above, so it wasn't difficult getting here. Not to mention that he's a rabbit. It was a quick hop.
It was a quick hop. Okay, that's amazing.
It was once a well-renowned place, but not anymore. The last economic crisis ruined it. And now, besides me, he was the only resident of this enormous place.
So they too live here by themselves.
Thanks for being so quick, Lewis. Can you drive Miss
He also wears
Ibanez
gloves,
home?
by the way.
I have some things to take care of.
course, Sonny. You know, anything for you.
Thank you for being so considerate, Sonny. I appreciate it.
Don't mention it.
Goodbye, then.
So long, Deborah. Before I visit the club, I have to take a detour. I've got a feeling that this case isn't going to be a one-man job. And there's only one bird in this city I can trust. My ex-partner, Marty. He's going to be at the station. I can only hope he'll be willing to talk to me.
We talked about Marty before. He's obviously a star detective, so we need his help in this one. But you know what? This has been really fun. But let's not end this journey here. We have talked about the story, you've seen the perfect and awesome gameplay, and listen to the sweet soundtrack of trumpets and pianos. And so you will see a little bit of, if you decide to buy this game, of what you will have to do with it. So to give you the chance to experience even more amazing indie games, I have added another video that I think that you will love in the upcoming end screen. So I will see you there, and until next time, stay safe and stay awesome.